Good morning. Ooh, caught me taking a swig of coffee. How is everybody this morning? Welcome to Midweek Musings here at Trinity Heights United Methodist Church. I'm Kent Little, pastor. It's good to have you join me, whether you're joining live in this moment or whether you find this on our Facebook page or YouTube channel at a later time or date. Anyway, most importantly, thanks for joining me. We've had some beautiful weather over the last week or so. Though I noticed this morning and looking at the weather forecast, it is starting to cool off a little bit. It was I thought a little chillier this morning than it's been the last couple of days. But still, for almost Thanksgiving, nearing the end of November, it's pretty beautiful weather. The tree, there's still some pretty beautiful trees out there. The leaves are turning. Some of them are done. Some of them are getting kind of crunchy, if you will. But it's a beautiful time of year. Hope you can get out and enjoy this weather while we have it before it gets too awful cold. So thanks for being here. Have a lot of things going on here at the church, kind of normal things, and then some additional things as well. This week. Today is kind of our normal Wednesday. Of course, have this moment, Midweek Musings, and then this evening at 4:30, or this afternoon at 4:30 is my book study, Holy Envy, book by Barbara Brown Taylor, where she writes about finding God in the faith of others. So we've been working through that book. It's been a good book. It's a good. We'll probably won't finish it until after the first of the year, but it's been. I've certainly. This is probably the third time I've read clear through this book, and still learning new things or remembering things that I had forgotten. One of the two. Anyway. It's been a good book, and each chapter, we try to cover a chapter each week. Each chapter she deals with a different faith tradition, so it's not like you can't join us midstream if you decide that sounds interesting to you. Please feel free to join us, even if you haven't been attending, if that sounds like something you might be interested in. Today at 4:30 here at the church. And then, of course, we have our WOW meal, our Welcome on Wednesday meal. I think tonight, Stephanie told me we're having Italian meatballs. That sounds good with sauce, etc. And so I hope you can take that in if you wish. And then programming for our children if we have any attend. And then choir practice at 6:30. So, and I think bell choir practices at 4:30 as well. I believe that's right. Anyway, because I think they're playing this coming Sunday. So anyway, we are kind of wrapping up November, kind of getting into the holiday season, if you will. Trudy and I have been trying to do some Christmas shopping for the kids and getting those kind of things underway. This coming Sunday is the Sunday before Thanksgiving, so we are going to we'll talk a little bit about that on Sunday, kind of the theme of the day, and I'll get back to that. And then this coming Sunday after worship, we are going to decorate the church for Advent and Christmas. We had a great group come yesterday, actually, and try to take advantage of the nice weather and get out ahead of things. And they decorated the outside of the church yesterday on yesterday's beautiful day. And so I'm grateful for those who were able to come and do that and get that done. And then, like I said, after worship on this coming Sunday, we'll be decorating the rest of the church and getting ready for Advent and Christmas, as November 30th, Sunday, November 30th, is the first Sunday of Advent. So this coming Sunday, actually, just a moment of confession. As many of you know, and as I've shared in the past, I try to stay planned out with our worship themes. um, at least several months, if not 6 to 8 months ahead, for my own peace of mind, as well as informing our musicians and choir director what we've got coming up in terms of thematic work on Sunday morning. And so I pulled up this coming Sunday's worship outline that I had put together several months ago. I pulled it up, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, just to look at it, look ahead and see what was coming up. And noticed I didn't have anything Thanksgiving-y planned for the 23rd for this coming Sunday. In fact, it was the passage from Isaiah where Isaiah talks about woe to the shepherds who lead the sheep astray. And so it was a collection of woe sayings. And in fact, I had titled my sermon, Woe, W-O-E, exclamation point. And I thought, we probably ought to deal with some gratitude and thankfulness on the 23rd. So I completely changed the worship service I had planned. Anyway, but that happens. So anyway, so we'll be talking about gratitude, and I think sometimes, and I know this time of the environment we exist in right now, it seems difficult sometimes. It's hard to be positive. Sometimes it may even be hard to find things to be thankful for. And unless we focus on that, and it's not. I mean, it's not like this is new. We've had other times in our lives, all of us, personally or community-wide or nationwide, et cetera, that we've been in kind of down in the dumps, if you will, so to speak. And it can be difficult. And so that's kind of what I want to talk about this coming Sunday and help us all wrestle with a little bit is even when our world, whether it's our personal world or the world we live in, or our communities, our nation, our world, can seem like a dark place, if you will, there is still good out there. There are still good folks out there working hard to make this place, this community, this world a little better place to live. And those are the things we look for, in my opinion. Those are the things we should be looking for every day, but especially being mindful of it this season as we approach Thanksgiving Day this coming Thursday, to use that day to acknowledge how difficult the world can be, but also to acknowledge that we can still find things to be grateful for. We can still find things to give thanks to one another for the good that is still happening around us in the world. So that's what we'll work on a little bit this coming Sunday. So I hope you can join us Sunday morning at 10, or if you can't be here in person at 10, come and find us online. You can find the link to our live stream on our webpage. So that's what we'll be dealing with a little bit this Sunday, is just finding ways to be grateful in a world that can seem not so grateful, if that makes sense. Anyway, hope you can join us. And then, like I said, after worship, we'll decorate the church, and then the next Sunday we delve into Advent. This I wrestled a bit with what to put together for a series for Advent and Christmas, and the thought that continually presented itself to me is just I talked a little bit about that just a moment ago about Thanksgiving, but is just the need for an encouragement around hope. I talk to so many people nowadays that are just looking for something to renew and encourage them to be hopeful. It's easy to get beat down by all that's going on in the world, all that's going down in our nation, going on in our nation. It can be easy to feel heartbroken, depressed, and with no sense of what to do or where to go, and a sense of hopelessness. And I see that in our world, and I see it too much, and it's easy to get there. I've been there. And so what I want to do this Advent season over the next, after November 30th, over those 4 Sundays, and then our Christmas Eve service, is just to remind us that we are a people of hope, even in the most, what might seem to us, either personally or community-wide or nationwide or worldwide, what might seem sometimes the most hopeless of times. We are a people of hope. That our hope is grounded in the divine. Our hope is grounded in God. Our hope is grounded in our story of the coming of the Christ child. That is our hope. Creating a beloved community of hope. That things can feel dire and things can feel messed up. The metaphors are a plethora of metaphors to try to talk about the state we can find ourselves in nowadays. And I just decided we all need a little more hope, and encouragement and grace, to give to ourselves, to give to one another. So that's my hope for this coming Advent season as we journey toward Christmas, that we might be reminded of who we are as a people of hope, a people who follow the way of Jesus. And so that's my hope for us as we journey through this last month or so of the year, that might guide us into the next year to continue to be a people of hope. So anyway, thanks for joining me. It's always good to have you here. Hope you're having a good day. Like I said, I think it's supposed to be really nice. I think maybe a little cooler today than it has been. I think when I looked at the weather, it's supposed to be in the maybe mid to high 60s today, but that's still pretty nice for November. So I hope you are able to take in the day. So anyway, thank you for being here. It's always a joy to make connection, to know that there are those out there who seek connection as well. So as we always say here at Trinity Heights, I pray that we always strive to live in peace, that we yearn to be a light, and that we love one another, every single other, until there are no others, only one beloved community of all. May it be so. May it be so. Have a great day. Goodbye and God bless.